They come with the little they could save from their homes. They come in their thousands every day. The border between South Sudan and Uganda is controlled, but officials there let all refugees through. Almost 1 million people have fled war and famine-ridden South Sudan for neighbouring Uganda. They arrive desperate and exhausted. Uganda has a model refugee policy. After being registered in a camp, most refugees are given a piece of land, like here in the north of the country. Maria Lalum and her grandchildren have been here since the beginning of the year. It's the third time I've had to leave my country. Firstly, because of the conflict with Sudan, and now this war. Both my children and my grandchildren were born in refugee camps. Only a really solid government could convince me to return to my home country, but I don't think that will happen in my lifetime. Despite the small piece of land, life here is hard. Maria Lalum has to get by with just 4 kilos of corn flour a week for 8 people. Still, after being separated while fleeing, the family is happy to just be together. After South Sudan gained independence in 2011, hopes for peace were high, but the people were to be bitterly disappointed when just 2 years later the country descended into civil war.
Our hope was for our development of our countries and to make the good relationship and the business along our neighbors, you see. But they have to really see the struggle of the people, the suffering.
Uganda's open door policy is increasingly proving a strain on the country. It now desperately needs international aid to cope with the new arrivals.
When you integrate refugees with the host population, you cannot discriminate. You want that ability to provide services to both host populations and the refugees at the same time. Given the economic situations in all our developing world countries, we are already struggling.
Water, for example, is in short supply in the north of the country. Adequate supplies of food, schools and medicine are needed for hundreds of thousands of people. But despite the strain, Uganda's door remains open to those in need.